Welcome back, Guardians, to another Destiny video, and in today's video we are going to be looking at one of the 4 primary raid weapons, fully maxed out in a sort of mini review. Now, I don't do in-depth reviews on how many bullets it fires and such things. I leave that sort of stuff up to DPJ, who does a lot of in-depth weapon reviews. So if you want to see some weapon reviews as well as probably these raid weapons really in-depth, make sure you check out his channel in the video description below. What I like to do is talk about the realistic chances of you using these weapons and if I like them and what I like about them and all that sort of stuff, you know, not like the mechanics of the weapon, just how it feels to play with, and then you can decide yourself on that. So as you can see, it's on my back at the moment and it looks pretty damn beast, if I do say so myself. Aesthetically it is very pleasing and it is very beast looking. When people run past you and you've got this gun on or on your back, people stop to look. So in that sense, it's amazing. But let's have a look at what sort of damage and stuff it does. So it's a 3-3-1 attack and it has 31 bullets in the magazine, which is a pretty decent sized clip for an auto rifle. The rate of fire is pretty high. The impact could be a little bit higher, but it's not drastically bad. The range here does not equate to the range you can fire it at, in my opinion. I believe the range is a lot better than what it looks like here, but I also have really good stability, which means the gun doesn't recoil or bounce. So let's have a look at the things you can have. So we have an agile sight, which is lightning fast handling, so you can reload faster. I use this one, the red dot, for accurized sight for precise fire, or you can have this one which decreases the range, which I hate. Now you got a choice with this weapon on what to do with it. And you can have hip fire, bonus accuracy, or you can have focused fire. When zoomed, this weapon fires slower but causes additional damage. Now this is the same mod that you have on the Shiros regime. The great thing about this gun is you have a choice. You don't have to have focused fire. And in my opinion, that is the best thing for this gun, to not have focused fire. It slows the gun down to a point where it does more damage, but if you didn't have that on and you fired normally, you would cause more damage over time just by shooting the weapon. So the only advantage to having focus fire is that you don't have to reload as often. So I prefer to go with the hip fire and have the fast firing bullets. I know some people will change up on that, and it's up to you and what you like. But the worst thing about this gun is either of these mods are terrible in PvP. I've heard this gun is abysmal for PvP. So this is only good for PvE and only good for certain situations. So we have single point sling, switch weapons faster, move quicker while aiming, perfect balance, low recoil, which is what I'm always going to have on an auto rifle, and you can have lightweight for +2 character agility. Now the special mod it has is Lichbane. Projectiles have a chance to disorient hive wizards. Now this sounds like a really fantastic mod, and to some extent it is, but the problem is most wizards you fight on a daily random basis will die before you even get a chance to disorient them. This gun comes in very useful in Nightfalls and the raid for this perk specifically. Then we have increased damage to hive mages and all the attack power buffs. So you're going to see some stuff on screen of me using this gun in a daily heroic, so you can see what sort of damage it does across the board in terms of body shots, headshots on ultras, headshots on normal characters, etc. And I just wanted to talk about the gun in general. I think it's a decent gun to use on a daily basis. It's not a terrible gun, but for what you have to go through to get this gun by doing the raid on hard, it is not worth it in my opinion. If you could pick this up just by doing the raid and use it, great. If you're not great at raids and you don't have a good raid team, this isn't worth grinding out in my opinion. Because it's not great in PvP, and PvE is only useful in certain situations. The upside to it is that it looks amazing. It does. It's one of the best looking guns in the game in my opinion, and it does do fire damage, so you can't go wrong with a primary that does fire damage, even though most people probably already have the Vex. If you don't have the Vex or the Suros, this could be a good substitute for that. So it definitely has its place in the world, and it definitely is an okay gun, but for it to be a hard raid primary weapon, it's not brilliant in my opinion. So your opinion may differ to mine, so let me know in the comment section what you think about this gun. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? Do you want it to be better? What do you think of the focus fire mod? Do you think it's better with or without that? Hit me up in the comment section with all your experience with this gun. If you don't have it, do you want it? Do you think it looks good enough to get? Leave all them comments down there. Hit the like button, really appreciate that, it really helps my channel grow. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.